this is what we all feel. Let's just not deny it.
Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today is June 12th. I'm going to show you all the bioreactors we made for the 2022 season. I'm going to talk to you about what we've learned about why the ingredients matter and hopefully give you some pointers on how to keep your bioreactors from going anaerobic and being awesome. So let's check them out. So for starters, let's talk about where we're keeping him. We're inside my granddad's old shed where he would keep his boat and his camper. And we put the bioreactors in here. So let me flip this. The reason we're keeping them inside this shed is because, you know, typically in years past, the sides here would be all dried out, and you can see if you dig down in there, the sides are nice and moist still. So we're wanting to keep them inside because here in Kansas, the winds are just such a factor in drying these bad boys out. So let's go over which bioreactors are what. Okay, here is bioreactor number 1. This is bioreactor number 2. This is bioreactor number 3. Bioreactor number 4. And lastly, bioreactor number 5. Got some good mushrooms going on there. All right, guys, it's 103 degrees out, and I'm going to finish up this video from the comfort of my home. So let's cover why the ingredients matter, all right? The first two that we put together, I didn't have a thermometer for it, and so I had a thermometer, but I misplaced it, couldn't find it, and I ordered a new thermometer in. And so when we got the thermometer in for the third one, that was 60% corn stalks, 20% grass clippings, 10% horse manure, and 10% wood chips. When we tested that, it was 160. So at 160, your beneficial fungus and some of your beneficial bacteria even are going to be killed by the extreme temperature. So we wanted to change that up. And so what kills that is like when we have the grass clippings, even though it's only 20% and the manure is only 10%, it's enough in there that nitrogen component is going to get the temperatures hot enough that it's killing that beneficial component. So and probably making your bioreactors go anaerobic because they're breaking down onto themselves so quickly. So I don't know what our situation is going to end up being. I dug down into that third one that I know got to 160, and it didn't smell bad all the way to the bottom. So we'll see. I'm not too worried about it because even with having them go anaerobic, they fix themselves over time. But the key is like we want that fungally dominant compost. So that next one that we did with the 80% wheat straw on bioreactor number 4, we got rid of the grass component because we wanted to see, you know, what the temperature would be like on that. Well, that one only got to 120. The problem with 120 is that you're not getting hot enough you're not getting hot enough to kill the pathogens. So you wanted that to get up to 130 to kill the pathogens. And so in my mind, there's a sweet spot I want to get to with my ingredients where I can get above 130, but I can keep it under the 140 range. So with that next one, we tried 70% wheat straw, 20% grass clippings, 10% horse manure, took out the wood chips, and I thought maybe the wheat straw is going to be different. Well, it wasn't. When you get back up to that 20% grass clippings, you get the heat. That went back up to 159. So now what we want, or what we're shooting for on our next bioreactor, which we haven't made yet, we want 80% wheat straw, 10% grass, 10% horse manure, and we'll see how that goes, and we'll see if adding just 10% grass gets us to the 130, but keeps us under the 150. And so, wrapping up this video, I want you guys to take away that your ingredients matter. You want to have a higher carbon source on your bioreactor, like 70-80%, like what we've been talking about, and you want that to be a high carbon source like wheat straw, corn stalks, leaves, which we haven't tried yet, but this fall we're going to try to collect some leaves and do one with leaves. So you want that high carbon source, and then just play with your greens, your green sources and your manures, and just see what you get. And the idea behind that is because we want to get dialed in to where our compost are consistent, and we can bank on what we're getting for the fungal component and what we're getting for the bacteria component. And that will take, sending it off to the lab, the Biomakers lab. Shout out to them. I have a video. If you want to watch it, you can go look in the archives. But we sent off the compost to Biomakers, and they gave us a breakdown and analysis of some of our old compost. So check out that video. That's very insightful. But that's the idea, is we want a fungally dominant compost. And so that's, if you want that, then you're going to need to check and see what you're getting out of your ingredients. And that's why I made this video. So going forward, the next few weeks, we'll have a video on how we're making them now, and the differences that we have that I think are really helping as far as keeping the air coming through the bottom, and then also how to fill them. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you guys are doing what you can to pursue soil health.